is an imposition in my mind's imagination. I hope they choke on smoke 'cause I'm smoking them out the basement. This is not rap, this is not hip-hop. Just another attempt to make the voices stop rapping to prove nothing. Just writing to say something 'cause I wasn't the only one who wasn't rushing to saying nothing. This doesn't mean I lost my dream. It's just right now I got a really crazy mind and clean. Gangsters don't cry, therefore I'm missed, I miss the eye, therefore I'm Can you save
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Time for teams to start making moves towards the postseason. Here we go. It's week 11. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Looking to throw right away. This finds Smith. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Now a Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with Sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
So a really tough spot here. This is 3rd and a country mile. They'll try and throw it here. Complete beyond the marker. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Throwing from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. First give of the game here to Raheem Mostert. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jets football. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Rodgers throwing to start it off. He's got the hook up to Davante Adams. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And oh, she missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. Rodgers here from the gun. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he'll get it up to the 27. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Get 300. Get 300. Jump out.
Again, Rodgers. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Working quickly here. Man in motion here.
50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Another try following the sack. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Putting a receiver in motion. First down throw by Rodgers. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Well, that certainly wasn't the end result he was after there, Brock. A big play to start the scoring, but we can definitely say this was not his intention, letting that pass go.
No, a lot of game left, though, and that's a positive. And you know what? He's going to have a chance to totally redeem himself after that one.
Extra point converted by Gay. And the Dolphins will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. Here's a return from the 7. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Rodgers coming back after the pick. Stays in the pocket. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
That's a very quick trigger, and the hurry throw was much tougher to complete. He may have rushed that one thinking the pressure was just about to get to him in the pocket.
To throw again on second down, Rodgers. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Rodgers throwing on third down. And once again, they can't connect.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Dolphins football. First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Let's go.
Taken in by Smith. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. Offense in the hurry up here. He's got Smith. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be first down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
60, Jack. 60, trap 60, trap 60. Go.
Working inside the red zone. Connection made to Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pull out in front further. 13-zip. Raheem Mostert, the touchdown. Gay with the point after. And And the Dolphins drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Jump out! 26.
3rd and long for him here. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
70 go!
Airing it out to start this drive. Has him on the quick hitter. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Running on first with Mostert. Fights off a tackle, but he lost the ball. He left the ball behind. And this is scooped up by the Jets. Well, where one defender failed, Brock, another succeeded. He shook free of that first tackle, but the next guy not only made that hit, but knocked it loose as well.
Kate, as we saw when he broke that first tackle, he can absorb a shot, right? He's got great what they call contact balance to absorb it and keep going. But that second hit, well, that drove the ball free and leads to this takeaway.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Offense up to the line fast.
50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Here's 2nd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he's able to cross midfield before going out. That's a pickup of 9. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
Hey, 88.
Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So that brings up 2nd down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throwing once again, Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Here he is on 3rd and long. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Here comes the punting unit for the Jets. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. And he sends this one straight up, trying to stick them deep. And a big hit on the return to stop it cold. So no return on that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense.
Got it. Ready?
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set go.
Throwing now from the gun. This finds Mostert. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense
18
backwards.
Cardinal. 18
1st and 10 from the 41. Shotgun handoff for Mostert. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. That was Sauce Gardner dropping him there. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Set. 19 tight. 19 tight. Mustang 19. Hut, hut.
Setting up a throw. Barkley's got it. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready.
1st and 10, looking to throw. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
70 Lion. Set. Ready. Dragon 60. Ready.
A give to Mostert out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Working quickly here.
19 Lion.
To the air now on 1st and 10. And this is going to be a Miami touchdown. The Dolphins take a 20-zip lead. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins stretch their lead to 21. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting at the 10. He's stopped on the return at the 27.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, take 26. No.
From the shotgun, Rodgers. Able to hit home, complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. And he'll be touchdown after a big play.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes teams break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Throwing on 1st down, Rodgers. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Has it at the 7. And in, touchdown, New York. Setting up to try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jets get it back to a 14-point game. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
18.
They'll throw on third and long. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now they're staring at a fourth down. Braden Mann on the punt. And he'll try to have his second punt top his first one. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return. This certainly is going to help field position. 26 on the run back. And the Jets offense will take over inside of enemy territory. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
26.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Number 50, hey, you block over here. Hey, 88, outside.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Roll left side, taken in by Adams. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a gain of 12 there. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hits his run. The ball's out. The ball's out. He lost it. And the Dolphins got it.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a first down on second down. You're trying to create a manageable third down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do, ever, is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion.
Go.
First play of the drive. Here's Mostert. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Offense up to the line fast. 2nd and 10 now. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. Ball at the 33 for first down. Back to throw. That's into the hands of Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Finds his man, Waddle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Miami calls a timeout here. It's second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. They'll come up 1st and 10.
60 Bobcat. Ready? Trap 60, trap 60.
He'll throw it yet again. Taken in by Smith. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
70 range, 70 range. Panther 11. Ready?
They'll throw it again. He's got Smith. He's able to get this to the 32 before going down. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Jets' 32-yard line.
The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Matt Gay on to line up this field goal. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. Up and good from Fairbairn. And that makes this a 3-score game.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Fielded at the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Take 30.
He'll throw it. He puts some power on a deep one left. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction with how well the defense had that one covered.
Cat 300. Cat 300. Jump out.
Looking to throw. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Dolphins 24, Jets 7.
Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Gay set to kick off.
Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. He'll take this at the 10. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Go to 50. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers here from the gun. This will be caught by Adams. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. The dose of the hurry-up offense here. First down, Rodgers. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Dolphins get it back after making their 3rd first-half interception.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
Forced out to his right. He's running with it. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Mostert punches it in for the Miami touchdown. The Dolphins push their lead further to start the half. Raheem Mostert the touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Dolphins make it a 24-point ball game. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Starting at the 10. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Back north. Yeah, there.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And the Dolphins take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins continue piling onto this lead. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Has it at the 11. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return.
At their own 23-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Rodgers throwing again here on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And what a hit there. Ouch, he pays the price for moving the chains that time. To the air here on 1st down, Rodgers. Finds a seam down the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Offense in the hurry up here. Into traffic, complete. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. They'll throw again. Rodgers fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of down. Throwing again. It's Rodgers. And he's going to take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Jets lower the deficit they face. Davante Adams, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Now the Jets keeping the offense on the field. They're going to go for 2. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, And they do indeed go to the air and connect on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
First and 10 now from the 30.
19 tight. Set the knee. Mustang 19. Street.
They send a man in motion.
Check go.
Airing it out to start this drive. Barkley's got it. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
18, Pioneer.
They send him left out of the slot. 2nd and 6 now. That's incomplete left side. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. And it's 3rd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Throw on 3rd down. Trying for the deep ball. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And this one skips out of bounds and will be marked inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
26.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Trying again, following the sack. He's got the hook up to Adams. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Catch is made down the right sideline. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Hey, 88.
1st down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense up to the line fast. From the shotgun, Rodgers. He has the New York touchdown.
Complete to Devontae Adams. Touchdown, New York.
Jets lining up for another 2-point attempt.
Jets will line up for a 2-point.
Rodgers trying to throw for it. And he reaches the end zone on that 2-point try, Brock. This is going to cut it to a 2-score game now, down 15. On is the Jets kickoff team now to tee it up and send it away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18, Rattler, 18. Shut up. Cougar 19. Ready.
The drive begins with a run for Mostert. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Completed left side to Smith. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
19 Lions. Let's go. Warriors 70. Hook.
Pass play coming here. Taken in by Smith. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that type of play is so doggone impressive, not just because it saves touchdown. He had timed that perfectly to knock it free without drawing a flag or letting him establish possession for the score.
70. Hot Buffalo 18.
2nd and 10 now. Able to get it to Mostert. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Go. Go. Shot alert. Shot alert. Check. Go.
Now a give. It's Mostert headed right. And he's tackled for a short gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Going right back to Mostert. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
79 Broncos. Let's go now. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. Ready.
On the draw, this is Mostert. And we just saw this movie. They stopped him again at the line.
Don't laugh at me, Kate. I almost wish there was an actual white flag on either sideline we could see waving in this spot, because that was an easy mop-up for the defense to force 4th and long.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they can't add 3 to their lead of 15.
Well, they're still in great shape to win this game, Kate. Don't tell the kicker that. You know he's bummed with every miss. But with that miss, still 2-touchdown game, and one more stop here can very much end things.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
30.
From the 43. Hits him on the out route. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And it'll give the Jets a 1st down. They're set up at the 35 now.
Get 300. Get 300. Jump out. 26.
1st down throw by Rodgers. Short pass brought in. And he nearly takes it to the red zone before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Number 50. Got it.
Throwing once again, Rodgers. Hits him on the in route. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Again, Rodgers. He's got a man left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They'll run here. It's Hall. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Working quickly here. Rodgers here from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Offense in the hurry up here.
Inside.
Hall's going to try to smash his way in. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
26.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Here we go, set. Set, go.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. He throws a bullet to the set. Big gain downfield. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He finds 37 yards on the play to move those chains.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Back now, pressure on its way. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It can be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins making a 3-score game in the 4th. Extra point converted by Gay. And the Dolphins grow the lead now to 22 points. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Good looking return here, and he's got room. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Get 300. Get 300. John Miles.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Jalen Ramsey comes up with it. And the Dolphins have it again after yet another interception.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please For the love of God, take this man out.
They've got first down from the 31.
Set. Ready.
Here's a give inside to Mostert. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Jets take their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
19.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. On target to Waddle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Staying between the tackles with Mostert. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Timeout taken by New York. That's its second. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down. The defense takes its third and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. All right, all set up now. First and 10. A give left side to Mostert. Space to the left. And he has it all the way down to the 8. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal.
That's good for another Miami Dolphin. First and 10.
So in the end, it's a Dolphins win here.